know that either it was you or Flourish, I don't know, talked about how your BB ambition was to bring drama, be your authentic self, and and you brought that sometime that week before you were evicted. But why did you wait till the voting lines were over before you showed yourself? Because I'm going to tell you the truth, right? After the whole, not that I'm in support or not in support, but my point is, after the whole thing that happened with you and the twins, we're going to get there because I know quite a number of people are asking questions. Then a lot of people started saying, I hope she's not going. We need more drama. Unfortunately, the voting lines are closed. So was it that because you already were pissed, so why did you have to wait before you unleashed?
The Sunday before then, I think I tried to stir the pot already. I tried to show that, look, I have this thing, but I don't think it's the right time, because in as much as I want to be my real self, I went there with my partner. I have to respect how she feels. I have to compromise, because it's the two of us. I wouldn't say I have to just do things out of place.
Yeah.
My partner is a reserved person. She don't like wahala, So it's more like hot and cold, but when they come together, they become warm.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to just blow things up. But then again, I wanted to show the house that, look, I have this thing, but don't just provoke me. Because after the Sunday that there was a reaction in the house, I went to stir things up like, girl, don't mess with me like that, But this is just the tip of the iceberg. And then that Saturday was when I knew that, look, even if my partner wants verse for me, when she verse, I have to express myself because it was long overdue.
Okay. I think for some reason people were excited to see that side of you initially when it happened. I don't know about now that you guys are out of the house. But what do you think was the real issue between you and the twins, though? Because why did you guys have so much animosity towards each other? What do you think was the issue?
I'm really tired of this conversation.
Yeah,
actually. But with the twin, prior to that, Ebuka spilling the tea, we were cool. Not like we were friends, but we had a cordial relationship. We just knew that, we're in the same space. We have to respect each other and all of that. But after Ebuka came out and said that, I just noticed that there was some sort of energy. If Ebuka said something, you come to me and ask me, Ruth, why did you really say this thing? Because what I said to you, or Ebuka said, I told my partner, was exactly what I said to you. So it's not like something I've not had, we've not had this conversation before. So you would have asked me, Rhuthee, you said this in the kitchen, why did you still say it again to your partner? Can I explain to you, you don't just blow things out because you feel like you can just do whatever you want to do. Did you get? So it was really out of place to throw shades and threaten people and feel like, they can't do anything because you're the custodian. So, yeah.
Okay. You had talked about how you felt disrespected with the whole mentioning names and all of that. Explain that first.
Okay. So, for me, the disrespect was when he mentioned Handy. When Wani asked the three people he liked in the house. And he mentioned me first. Mentioned Nelly. Nelly was always a part of the story. So, if Nelly was not there, maybe I wouldn't have even known how much he really cared. So, and then Handy was a shock because I knew that question was asked to poke me.
Who asked the question?
Wani.
Okay.
So I knew that question was asked. And then when I heard, be honest, I knew they were looking out for something. So the first time I asked him, were you being strategic? Because it's one thing to know that, yes, they're the custodian and then you're trying to protect yourself, which I would understand. But when he said he wasn't and then he was under the influence, I kind of, because I know Mayo, when he drinks, he doesn't even think things through. He's just himself. He likes to just enjoy himself. So maybe he just said it out of this thing. And I felt disrespected because this is the same person that said I was tasteless because I was with you.
So that's the thing. She said tasteless, but how did you know she was talking about him?
I know because there's been rumor in the house already.
Do you know why I'm saying that? I don't know if you've Googled it or you checked on Twitter. So they call you Delulu Queen. Like you, a lot of things they feel like. There's a tweet I got. It says, where is that tweet? Rhuthee will create narratives in her head and find evidence to support her claims. So a lot of people, also when I was researching on questions, a lot of people felt like you would hear a statement and then you sort of just explore it in different perspectives, create a narrative, and you sort of believe what you want to believe. So a lot of people thought you were delusional. Do you agree with that? That's why I sort of emphasized the tasteless. So there were different examples where a statement would be made, but you felt like you knew exactly, what it meant. Have you caught this online? Have you seen it online?
Yes, I've seen them call me delusional queen.
So,
yeah. I would say I was in the experience. So I saw everything that happened. In as much as you don't get to see everything that happens in the house, different conversations, what we feel and notice in the house, I was there. Like the sewage thing, let me bring up the sewage thing that happened. Mayo could relate because I was telling him every step, even my partner, But then again, people didn't see it. And when it came up, people were like, oh, I was pushing myself to him. But now coming out of the house, yesterday I saw them having a conversation where Nelly was telling Biggie that, oh, she was just told that Suj was making, and then him and Tofa also had the conversation about Tofa telling him that, oh, the Rhuthee thingy. So it wasn't like an assumption, I
mean, yeah, someone can for instance, Suj kind of got close to Victoria. He got close to you, and he also told Chinwe that is with Zion that he liked her. But I didn't necessarily see Chinwe emphasize anything or Victoria emphasize anything. So it kind of felt like your own sometimes was a little bit more, emphasis. But then, like you said, we didn't watch everything. But I'm not done with the Mayo question. So the reason I'm asking is because it was kind of emotional for you. You were disrespected. And personally, I caught a particular video of you saying that you were just using Mayo. So it was like, if you're using him, why are you so disrespected, by, just mentioning names? And were you really using him for the game?
I wasn't using Mayo. Like everything, like I said, every conversation or whatever is flying on the internet, I had a conversation with him before anything else.
You told him you're using him?
At the time where you people feel like I said I was using him, I probably might have said we were just using him to feel
I have
out
the
of
video
boredom or something. But I don't think I said I was using Mayo, because from the first week, Mayo was kind of confused on who to be with, which I told him it was very okay because we just got into the house and it is okay for you to take your time. You get. But then again, I can't truly say I am with someone when the person is not outrightly with me. So when I had the narrative in the house, because it's not just two people that are saying it, people in the house are like, oh, I'm with Mayo because he's not with Nelly. If he was with Nelly, I wouldn't have been there, and all of that. Some of these things, I saw them in the house, some of them which were speculations. But I think I would like to pass, because going into the conversation is just making it very long.
So were you using Mayo or were you not using Mayo?
How would you say I was using someone that I was with all the time?
You said it with your mouth, no? you did say it. So it was just a conversation?
It was just a conversation.
All right. Good. You were the cool kid in sense of, you sort of got along with most of the people, in the house. Was there really anybody in the house that you didn't like? Because it felt like you didn't have issues with anybody at all. Or was that... Yeah, go ahead.
Well... I mean, I'm a very reserved person.
Okay.
I can go into a place and just take my time with, blending in. But going into this space, I knew that one way or another, I just had to speak to people. I mean, the main idea is an experience, a social experiment. So I'm there to experience every single bit of it. So I needed to experience people too. So I tried as much as possible to have conversations, be cordial with people, speak with people, but still protect my personal space. And I just had certain people in my circle. So as much as I was speaking to people, I still just had my own personal circle, of friends. And I think, in the house. So
Who would you say you were closest to and like the least close to in the house?
Zinwe and Victoria.
You're the closest to them?
Yeah, Chinwe most
Okay.
especially.
Okay.
And I think double K.
Did you know they were married?
I suspected.
You suspected?
Yeah,
Oh,
in
okay.
fact, yes, because from the first week we already said these people are dating, and then Chinwe was like, they're not just dating, these two people are married. These people, because she saw like a mark of a ring finger on the ring finger of Kelly Ray. So she was like, this guy is married. And I was like, I go, come on, that city, right?
Okay.
I was close to them. So I mean, it is what it is.
Who was like the person you were least close to in the house?
Sean,
Why?
we never really
Because it wasn't a sheep?
had, not really.
Okay.
I mean, Zinwe is in the sheep, and I speak to Zion very well. I wasn't close to Sean. I
Okay.
wasn't. I mean, when the season started, I had conversations with him, by the way, twins, but I figured how strategic
Yeah.
they were.
Okay.
So I was just very careful around them. So we really didn't get along like that, but we're
Okay.
good.
Fair enough. So let's talk about your partner as well, because you guys were like fire and ice.
Yeah.
And sort of, blended. But like she said, both of you cannot be fire, both of you cannot be ice. But then you were also seen, supporting her and having her back, which is a great thing. But was there any time you felt like, she did something and, you had an issue with it?
Funny enough, I feel like this experience has helped her in a way, because she's now more in control of her emotions. She's a very blunt person. She's very direct. She'll tell you the way it is. She's always been like that. She won't fake it around anybody. But coming into the house, she just had to like put all of that in check. And instead of just reacting to anything and everything, she was just taking her time with it. So that's why even when the last blowout happened, I was like, just
Let her
rant
do.
at
Yeah,
this point.
we
Let her
saw
just
that.
rant. I think it's bottled up emotion. It's been a long time coming, so she might as well just go off. So it doesn't look like, because I mean, as much as everybody in the house were like tiptoeing and trying to walk on eggshells so they don't like step on people's toes because of the kind of power that we had in the house, some people still needed to let out the emotions, because the house is very mentally draining. It's a lot. That's why a lot of people were having emotional breakdowns in the house. The ones you would see, the ones you would not see. Some people were dealing with like so many things. So sometimes it was okay to allow people just express themselves or do whatever it is that would make them feel good.
I mean, we saw that conversation when she was going off at the twins, but then also post eviction.
Yeah.
Of course, you've been asked questions around this as well, and some of the comments have been saying is, okay, I'm disappointed in Flo. Like, why is she taking her side? And all of that. What do you have to say about that?
So, first of all, I mean, everybody knows that. Everybody knows, even when I'm having conversations, I try as much as possible to process things with a very clear head and be as mature as possible. I just think about it from a realistic point of view. So even with the situation that happened, everybody's saying, "Oh, I came out of the house and it's like I'm taking her fights and inheriting her enemies and everything." And I made a statement. I said, "Now this is how I see it. I was in good terms with the twins. We didn't have issues, because as far as I'm concerned, going into the house, I felt, when I also saw that they were DJs, I was like, okay, women empowerment, we can do this thing together, whatever." And I was good with them. They had issues with her. Even during the week when they had the issue, we're still good. And then what happened on Saturday. And now, if you claim to be, because people are saying, "Oh, we saw that the twins liked you, and then you're coming out of the house, and then now you're saying these things about them." And I'm like, I'm coming out of the house, and I'm saying that you're conniving with people to kick me out. If I have issues with you, or if my partner has issues with you, I only expect that because we're friends, or we are cordial in a way. I made an example. I'm close with Victoria. I'm close with Sean. Now, if I have an issue with Sean, I'm not going to kick Victoria and her partner out or rub it in their face when, they're being evicted, making it seem like, okay, I'm happy that you're out.
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, you're doing it to my partner, you're doing it to me too. Because at that point, the minute we stood up, I'm hearing, now you're out, bitches.
Yeah, you can't curse. Well, we saw that.
Excuse my French. But yes, you do all of that in my face. Now, I obviously would not consider you a friend. You know, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't owe you anything. You know, because as far as I'm concerned, I dealt with you with a very clear and open mind.
Yeah.
And coming out of the house, I'm now seeing all of this energy,
Yes.
bad energy. So it's only normal that I would have my reservations about you now. You know, so I'm about to leave us and make it seem like I'm gonna say, oh.
Okay, we are done with Flo.